Hi everyone, my name is Kyle Bowman and I'm the Leisure Travel Manager at Beyond and Back Travel in Melbourne Beach, Florida. This week we are headed northwest, visiting our friendly neighbor to the north, Canada, and hopping on board the Rocky Mountaineer. For those of you who don't know, Rocky Mountaineer is a purpose-built scenic rail experience that has been in operation since 1990. This luxury train travels 3 different routes in the Canadian Rockies between late April and early October every year. In this 2-part series on Rocky Mountaineer, we are going to talk about the route, the train, and what you can expect on board, followed by an in-depth look at how you can enhance your Rocky Mountaineer experience with vacation packages that pair seamlessly with the rail journey, including self-drives, guided tours, and even cruises. Join us on board this stress-free luxury journey traveling through the Canadian Rockies. Let's first talk about the destination. The Canadian Rockies mountain range spans the provinces of British Columbia and Alberta. With jagged, ice-capped peaks, including towering Mount Robson, the region is dotted with alpine lakes, home to diverse wildlife, and is an outdoor recreationist's dream. The Rocky Mountaineer train traverses the Canadian Rockies on 3 unique routes, all of which start or end in the great city of Vancouver. Let's look at each route one by one and determine which route will be best for you. The first route, and by far the most popular, is the first passage to the west. Over 125 years ago, this rail route united Canada and helped to define a nation. Traveling between the Pacific coast and Banff or Lake Louise, you will see mountains and wilderness, much of it unchanged from the early days of the explorers. The first passage to the west is perfect for history buffs. Along your 2-day journey, you will see Hell's Gate, Cisco Crossing, Castle Mountain, Mount Rundle, and visit Craigellachie, where the last spike marked the completion of the Canadian Pacific Railway line. Traveling on this route, you will spend 1 night in Kamloops. Remember, on Rocky Mountaineer, you don't sleep on the train, but in premium accommodations along the route. The second route is the Journey Through the Clouds. This 2-day route takes you through the heart of the Canadian Rockies with nature's beauty on full display. The train travels between Vancouver and Jasper, a popular choice among nature lovers and photographers. Highlights along this route include Hell's Gate, Cisco Crossing, Yellowhead Pass, Moose Lake, Mount Robson, and the famous Pyramid Falls. Just like the first passage to the west, you will spend 1 night in Kamloops along this route. The third and final route is appropriately titled Rainforest to Gold Rush. Unlike the first 2, this route includes 3 days on the train and 2 overnight stays. 1 night in Whistler, co-host of the 2010 Olympic Games, and 1 night in Quesnel, Canada's Gold Rush capital. This route travels farther north than the other 2, ultimately ending in Jasper. Highlights of this route include Howe Sound, Anderson and Seton Lakes, Moose Lake, Painted Chasm, and Mount Robson. Consider this journey if you are an adventure seeker or simply just want to spend more time on the train. For those of you who aren't familiar with all the sites and destinations that I just mentioned, tune in for our next video where we're going to delve into all the customizations that are available for your Rocky Mountaineer journey. Now that you know a bit more about each of the 3 Rocky Mountaineer routes, let's look deeper into the onboard experience. Rocky Mountaineer only operates during daylight hours with overnight accommodations and comfortable hotels along the way. Traveling with bags? No problem. Rocky Mountaineer takes care of all the porterage so you don't have to lift a finger. The train travels at 28 miles per hour and slows down for scenery and wildlife, so make sure you have your cameras ready. You don't want to miss that perfect photo. The Rocky Mountaineer experience is available in 2 classes of service, Silverleaf and Goldleaf. Before we look at the differences, let's cover what every Rocky Mountaineer guest will experience on board the train. First, domed coaches. Each train car has been custom designed to Rocky Mountaineer specifications. Whether in silver or gold leaf, you will be traveling in a domed rail car with unobstructed views in all directions. Second, world-class service. All Rocky Mountaineer guests are treated like royalty, with service as unparalleled as the views. Third, chef-prepared cuisine. Each day on the train will include 2 meals, breakfast and lunch. Each menu is inspired by the diverse flavors and local ingredients of Western Canada. Fourth, snacks and beverages. Complimentary cocktails, local wine, beer, and non-alcoholic beverages are always available throughout the journey, along with a selection of gourmet snacks. And lastly, your onboard host. There is nothing like a good story, and your onboard host will tell intriguing tales about the history of the area as you pass through the enchanting landscape. The key differences between the 2 classes of service can be found in the coach design, the onboard offerings, and the hotels along the route. For example, Silver Leaf guests travel in a single-level domed car with meals served at your seat, while Gold Leaf guests travel in a bi-level domed car with seating above and a private dining area below. Another example, in Silverleaf, 2 hosts and 1 culinary team member accompany the guests in the car, while in Goldleaf, 3 to 4 hosts and a full culinary team travel with the guests, creating a more elevated onboard experience. The Silverleaf breakfast and lunch menus are more limited, with 1 hot entree at breakfast and the choice of a main course at lunch. The Gold Leaf guests indulge in a gourmet a la carte offering for both meals. Silverleaf guests have a small outdoor viewing platform, while the Gold Leaf passengers have a large, exclusive outdoor viewing area, perfect for photographers and wildlife lovers. Overnight accommodations in Silverleaf include a standard room at a comfortable hotel with restaurants on site or just a short walk away, while Gold Leaf guests stay in a premium hotel with room upgrade opportunities available. Restaurants and other amenities are typically on site. Keep in mind that accommodations in Kamloops and Quesnel are more moderate, simply because luxury accommodations are not available. Although the services differ in many ways, one thing is for sure. Regardless of which service you travel, the experience on board will be unforgettable. Now that we know more about the routes and the onboard experience, when is the best time to travel the Canadian rails? As I mentioned earlier, Rocky Mountaineer operates between late April and early October. The start of the season is perfect for wildlife enthusiasts. In late April and May, animals are waking up from their hibernation and will be out and about scavenging for food. Warmer temperatures mean higher water levels from melting ice. Rivers and waterfalls will be at their fullest. Wildflowers will be in bloom, and the national parks and historic sites are traditionally less crowded. Summer travel is the most popular. June, July, and August are the longest and warmest months in the Canadian Rockies. You can expect daylight until 11:30 at night. Baby animals are born during the summer months, and the striking differences in the landscape are even more pronounced. Rainforests are full and lush, while desert canyons are especially dry and rugged. Prices on the train are historically higher during this period, so keep that in mind when you're planning your journey. As summer transitions into fall, cooler temperatures settle in and the salmon begin to spawn. Nothing beats the first fall colors of autumn as you travel through the beautiful Canadian landscape. Join us next time as we look more in depth into Rocky Mountaineer's packages, circle journeys, and the ultimate vacation, combining an Alaskan cruise with your rail journey. Talk about an unforgettable experience. See you next time.